Hey everyone, today's video is about this guy. I really wanted to do this video towards more in mid-October because we already started to use our furnaces, most of us, like here in Canada. And winter is about to get here and we're actually supposed to have snow in the next week or so, which is normal. It's November. So today I really want to help you out because I know everything is starting with the inflation. Everything is starting to be a bit more expensive, and some of us probably will want to avoid having to bring a technician and do a maintenance on their furnace because, well, they're starting to be tight. So, the purpose of this video is to maybe help you pass through winter without having to call the technician to have a no heat call, right? We all know this can be or could be an expensive way, and if you really don't want to have like your technician to come and have a look at it, I'll try to help you out to go through it without even using this. But if you have like an older version of mine, I'll show the only way in which you're going to use this thing. We want to shut the power off to it. You would have a furnace switch like around here somewhere, or probably mine is just like right here. So you shut it off. In your case, it should be marked in your basement, either in the same room of your furnace. Let's assume like maybe this would be the whole room. So it would be like, it's legally supposed to be in the same room as your furnace. Well, basement never seemed to be finished back then. So the furnace switch would be close from coming downstairs. So look around there, and that furnace switch is supposed to be not the same height as your light switch. It should be a bit higher. So we'll take all the panels out. If you got a newer version of your furnace, it should only be a knob that you twist. It should be 4 of them. Check your filter. So mine's looks dirty, but I've just changed it. It's just been like, we're November 10th right now. We just changed it. What I do is I grab a permanent marker and write on my furnace filters the date. So why is it black? Well, I got a wood stove here, so doesn't necessarily mean it's dirty. This one has just been changed. So what you can do, you can grab a vacuum and go in there. I'm not telling you to go nuts. Just pay attention. It's electronic in here, especially in here. But for here, you can grab a vacuum because obviously you got an open pipe right here that grabs fresh air and bring it to your furnace. You'll have flies and all kind of insects in here, obviously. Maybe mice. You could see it. I did see it. Make sure that that pipe here, the orange one, those are pressure switches. Making sure it's safety switches to make sure that your system is running accordingly, properly and safely as well. So what you'll do is grab this one right here, which goes to the casing. You'll take it out, okay, and then you're just gonna blow just a bit in there. Make sure that this switch didn't stick because it's been a few months that your furnace haven't worked. So this occurs sometimes that it sticks, and then when it comes to start, it doesn't want to, and you'll have a no heat. So you'll hear a little click in there. Don't need to grab a big, fill up your lungs and blow as hard as you can. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you just need to blow just a bit, and then you'll hear that click. See, in this case, I've sucked it a bit, so you can hear it in there. Then you just plug it back, and then grab the other end and blow in there. So it's free. Just need to do the opposite. And now, for this one, you need to do this one as well. So you'll have to, it's going to be a bit hard with the camera, but you'll do exactly the same thing. Suck and push for this one, and then do the other one as well. They have condensation from the drain coming and go below into kind of a pan and then drains and go to somewhere to drain it, which goes to my sump pump here. At this part, this could be a bit more tricky. Because I don't know how yours has been installed. I've done some rewiring in here and left a bit more loose on my wiring, because that blower is on kind of rails. So if something happens and I need to get that blower out to clean it up, because what I want to do now, the power is off right now, right? And I'll get my hand in there, touch the blower, and see if it's dirty. It's a bit dirty, and then you'll grab the flashlight and you'll be able to see right in the back. Like, honestly, mine should need a cleanup in there, because it's starting to be dirty. It's just, if you keep a lot of dirt on that fan, on that squirrel cage, then your motor is working a bit harder, so drawing a bit more amperage. Not saying you're gonna save $100 of electricity per year. It's maybe a few dollars, maybe I'd say I want to save at the end of the year. But you're trying to make it work as safe as possible, and so you have like nuts down here that you'll have to take off, and then it's gonna drop, and then you can pull it out, but you need to get those pipes out. At this point, obviously, so I'll have to grab that call. But if you really want to clean it up and make sure you have a good job and you feel comfortable, and you're having a look at how the clamp is made, like this one, you could just slide it up and down the other, and to put it back, you just squeeze it back together. So if you take this pipe out, now it's all loose. I don't know how yours is going to be made. Either it's a Keep Right, Train, Ream. This is the sister brand, which is like Weather King, which is basically exactly almost the same thing. And you could take this pipe out and just have it in the air, put a spout in there, pour some vinegar or hot water, not boiling water, and then make it go through into here. You'll take some crap out of this bowl without taking it out. Then if you have like a clear tubing like mine that goes, you'll be able to see the crap coming out of it. And then make sure that it comes clean, and you should be good. Put it back in there and then squeeze it. Once it's slide back to the pipe, make sure that it's back to where it was. Slide it back in there and then squeeze it. Like mine is made like that. And other than that, I wouldn't say you can touch much of it, but those are basically pressure switches are the one that sticks most of the time when your furnace is about to start. For your air filters, I'll grab a brand new one here. I know there's a ton of it. What you can go through is, can you see the Merv? I think this one is a Merv 8 right here. So this one is a Merv 8. It doesn't filter a ton, but just to have this type of filter, the one that has like an accordion, this is way better than the one that has like kind of a fiberglass spider web style. If you can see behind it, which you do with the other one, like this one, you will see just a black, you can see something is behind it. But with the fiberglass one, spider web style, you can actually see behind it, which doesn't filter much. If you really have a crappy ductwork style, then yes, I would probably suggest putting one. But you'll put a lot of not tension, but a lot of dust will sit on your squirrel cage fan, and you'll need more and more. You'll need more maintenance towards that. You'll really need like a technician to come by and take this out. Probably, if you take it out by yourself, there's a good chance probably that you'll take a wire out, you'll put it all back, and something won't work. And I really don't want you to go through that trouble. At this point, we can put all our panels back, put our furnace switch back on. The other one is making sure that you're having probably your furnace pipes are just sitting correctly supported. Make sure that everything is all good. The first 4 feet, I'd say, what I would recommend is insulated, because you'll create, especially on your intake, so in winter you'll have -20 and that pipe will get really cold and create some condensation, and then you'll have drips on either, well, here I got my this is my work clothes area. Put insulation, we'll fix that up. It's really nice today outside. Make sure that your venting is all clear. So this would be your exhaust. It's where your fumes comes out. Make sure that mine, I've redone the venting to make sure that it's way above the snow grade to avoid problems. Your intake, well, I got like obviously quite a bit. You want to make sure that your intake is clear. At first, when we purchased the house, we had those flush mount kit, and those tend to have sometimes some problem, and that's why I replaced it. And I did a snorkel to make it a bit higher. For one thing as well, it was like right against my former air conditioning. Now I changed it, and this is a heat pump, so it was kind of shooting the fume on it, the condensation. And on that condensation, you do have like an acidic product that it's in the water, and I really want to avoid having that goes onto my air conditioning or heat pump. And you should as well. If your venting is close to it, it should go higher, right? It will go higher. It will occasionally go lower, but 3/4 of the time it will go a bit higher. So this is what you want to avoid. Likely the last part, it's the most, I want to say, for winter purpose. So when you get mine here, I'm at propane, so I got propane tanks, right? So that rag needs to be clear of debris, so you got a screen right here. Make sure that it's clean, it can breathe. If you do have you're on natural gas and you have that meter, most of the time you'll have that meter on the corner. Regardless of where your meter is, make sure that you will see kind of a screen, something like that, which like your meter is like, it looks like a regulator, but just way bigger, right? Like this is just like right in there. Make sure that in winter it's clear of snow, and you'll avoid a service call as well. So in winter as well, make sure that your venting doesn't have snow. It's clear it off, just shovel it. So this is it. That's basically how I can help you out and avoid. I wouldn't go any further than that. Like I was mentioning, if you want to have like proper maintenance, then call your heating technician, your HVAC technician. But if you're really want to trying to save a bit of money, but this is what I would do if I'd be you. So hopefully this helped you out to do the maintenance on your furnace and kick into winter mode and get ready for that snow, because ready or not, I don't like it, but we're stuck. Every year we have snow, so it's cold. With this, take care.